It's the building that was opened the year the franchise became known as the Titans. Welcome to Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee. Coming up, we're keeping things in the AFC for an intra-conference contest between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Tennessee Titans. On the visiting sideline, a look at the Chargers head coach. They side one of the top groups in the league here in the early days of this season. Owners of a 4-1 record. Across the way, the head coach for the Titans. These guys mired in a losing streak, hoping a trip home is going to help them snap out of it. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for being with us. I'm Kate Scott, along with Brock Heward. Kicker Cameron Dicker looks all set down there. And from Nissan Stadium, we are underway. And this drive will start inside the 25. So the Titans ready for their opening drive of the game. And leading them out, someone who plays with his own signature brand of hero ball at quarterback, it's Cam Ward.
A bit of an uneventful outing individually last week, Kate. A touchdown and a pick for him, but the lasting memory, well, there's no question about it. Walking off that field with the loss, that stings. No doubt he feels he could have done more to prevent that result. So expect to see a motivated individual taking snaps here this week.
He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Ward, a quick throw, complete. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
It was as if the defense knew what play was coming. That was a play they knew they could defend, and boy, did they ever, stopping it right at the line of scrimmage.
Ward's going to throw here on third. Pass complete to Mechie. And he needed a little more room to reach that line. The stop is made in time. That brings up 4th down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Escapes a defender. It's a nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35. So now we'll get a look at the other offense as the Chargers take the field. They'll be led out by someone known for putting up numbers since he entered the league back in 2020, the Oregon product, Justin Herbert.
A win is a win for him, whether he goes for 400 yards and 5 touchdowns, Kate, or maybe he just finds the end zone once like last week. And being the team-first guy he is, he'd be more than happy to end the game with just 1 touchdown pass, or maybe even no touchdown passes, so long as they get the win in the end.
And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. Now we see he's in some pain after making that tackle. Team personnel out now to take a look at him. Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10.
Set.
Back to Hampton. Good defensive effort here. Drives them back across midfield onto their own side. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
Offense to the line. 2nd down.
Set.
Herbert now. Blitz coming. It's a race down the right side. And he's down to almost... No, they're actually going to give him the 30 here. It's a gain of 22. And that's going to be good for an LA 1st down.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
Hampton gets the handoff. And this is going to go as a gain of about 3 before he's met and escorted out. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. Fires right away, but incomplete.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. They'll throw, 3rd and long. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit, Kate. You got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
Dicker connects there. And that'll mark their first appearance in our scoring summary today.
I'd say all in all, that's the exact type of start this team was looking for. 2 possessions in, they've got the lead. A little early momentum with that field goal.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. His return starts at the 5. And he's brought down just inside the 25. So Tennessee headed out for its 2nd drive of the game. And they haven't gotten very far into their opening script yet, have they? Just a 3 and out to begin this game. First call here coming from the shotgun. And off to Benson to start the drive. Free up the middle. It's a breakaway. At the 20. To the house for Tennessee. Touchdown. The Titans pull ahead 6-3 in the first. Trey Benson, the touchdown.
You saw me chuckling. You know I love celebrating that run, but you know what I really love? I really love watching those linemen. And they just get to celebrate. They love an explosive play like that. Doesn't mean a long extended drive, just a whole bunch of celebration.
They'll set up here for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Titans take a 4-point lead. Taylor has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. Fielded at the 7. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Chargers and Omarion Hampton out there on offense once again. And he's continuing a great start to the season. You can see currently pacing the NFL in rushing yards. Chargers getting set. 1st and 10. Here's Hampton to open the drive. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here. What he was able to do in support of that win. Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Here's Herbert. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. Gain of 9 yards on the play. And that's going to give the Chargers a 1st down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
Shotgun give to Hampton. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Roger McCreary brings him down that time.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
From the pistol, it's Herbert. Brought in by Gadsden. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it, so they take him down for a loss.
Hey, I know it's tough to evaluate when you're playing at game speed when there's chaos all around you. But if he looked around, I'm not sure that's a throw he would make again. Even one of the biggest targets, big old tight end, couldn't fight back to the line of scrimmage.
On third down, Herbert. Into double coverage. Ooh, don't want to do that, and he's there for the interception. L'Jarius Sneed with the INT. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away, just as they did.
Good starting field position for the Titans. They've got it, 1st and 10. They'll begin this drive with Benson. He'll cobble together a yard there. Junior Colson bringing an end to that play.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. The first carry here for Tony Pollard. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Throw here, 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the 1st.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Only able to get back to the line on that 1st down play, so no gain.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
They give on 2nd to Benson. Well, this certainly makes the 3rd down easier. Nearly avoided it altogether. A gain of 10 right up near that marker now.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Kate, is there a simpler play in football that's come to life more than the QB sneak? We see all different varieties now, but it has become so darn effective. And when you got a tough QB who wants to put it on his shoulders, you sign up for it.
And he's going to get inside the defense's 30 here. Looks to be a gain of about 6 on the play.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3.
Ready! Liking, a kick!
Benson once more. He dodged the tackle. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets it down to the 14. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
All set now, 1st and 10. Staying on the ground with Benson. Quick adjustment defensively to stop him this time, so no gain on 1st down.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender maybe a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
That's going to be caught, Tony Pollard. And he's tackled for a short gain.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular. When the back ended up being the target, And they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
And that is a great stop to deny him the marker. It's going to be 4th down.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Return coming from the 6. And the tackle's made as he gets it out to the 32. Jim Harbaugh getting his Charger offense out there for another drive. And coming off the interception, a good chance to reestablish some momentum as they get set. First and 10 from the 32. Out of the gun, here's Hampton. He starts out this drive with a nice gain of 8, 2nd down.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Set. Set.
It's Hampton on 2nd. Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. That's going to bring up 3rd down. And before they can break the huddle, we've hit the end of our first quarter. It's a 10-3 ball game. More from Nissan Stadium coming up after the break. We're back and all set for the 2nd quarter. Charger football. They have it 3rd and 7.
Count it.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. Hits him downfield. This is Harris. And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Hampton will not score. The defense holds and stops him short of that goal line.
Oh, so aggravatingly close to a safety on that one right there, Kate. Just a matter of a foot, and they could have had some points on the board defensively.
Let's see what they want to do here. It's 2nd and inches. Again, it's Hampton. And this time he's in. Touchdown, LA. The Chargers can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. Well, we've been saying it for years, Brock. If at first you don't succeed, try that run again.
You're exactly right. It's going to take more than one stop to deter those offensive coaches from calling another run play. They've got such faith in their group up front to leverage right at the point of attack and punch it in on the 2nd time around.
Now it's Cameron Dicker on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chargers tie things 10-10. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Has this at the 6. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Titans and Trey Benson back out on offense. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Tennessee to the line. 1st and 10.
Ready.
Looking to throw this one. Ward. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete.
You know exactly what he's thinking. Hopefully next time it's a little bit easier. The degree of difficulty on that one high. Throwing to double coverage, odds are against you.
Ready.
2nd and 10. Here's Ward to throw. In big trouble now, and the ball is out. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. And they retain possession, so that's a positive, but that's the end of them, Brock. They've lost yardage on that fumble. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock, but now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble. They just forced.
They do. Got to bring a little bit of juice, but kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. Man, if I get that first cut, I can make them bleed. When you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next. You know, I don't mind the scheme. In fact, I like the call. Just not on that 3rd down in particular. Need to get it closer to the sticks to have a chance to move those chains.
And that fair catch corralled just beyond the 25-yard line.
Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10.
Set. Ready. Ready.
Running it with Hampton. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. But that's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd.
Delta. Set. Let's go.
Herbert now off the play fake. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. Couldn't get it to Aronde Gadsden the 2nd. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up. Well, he already has himself 1 interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse and sprinkle into your passing game. Because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on.
And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day 1 install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back's still doing it to this day.
And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Set. 180. 180. 180.
Herbert now. And no look there. That throw falls to the ground. Couldn't make the connection. Was looking for Lat McConkey. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Kappa. Ready.
To the air on 3rd and long. This gets the 1st and more. He's still going at the 30. And he nearly gets them into the red zone as he's down at the 22. It's a 30-yard gain, Brock, so unsurprisingly, that gives him a 1st down.
That's just so good. I mean, that is teaching tape right there. It's what you want your guys to do. To not just catch it and fall down, but have a plan. Yes, you got to catch it first, but then have a plan to go attack. Be aggressive. Get those yards after catch. That is a job well done.
And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, two-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
Herbert from the gun. Throw left side, complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Look up contested catch in the football dictionary, and you'll see that. I mean, I can't critique the defense there. They're in the hip pocket of that tight end. But these contested catches, these tight ends that can separate with their hands, utilize their body, even when you're covered, you're not.
Now an inside give to Hampton. Great decision to bounce this outside. Brock gets him about 8 yards on the run. It's second down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Go.
On the carry, this is Najee Harris. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into first and goal.
You know what I like about a second and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a first down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
Hampton takes it in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers take a second quarter lead. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Dicker on now for the PAT. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Chargers break that tie and now lead by 7. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Returning it from the 4. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Titans ready to take over on offense. They'll look to knot up this game right now as they trail 17-10. All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Liking 18.
Benson now from the gun. And this is brought to a stop up at, let's say, the 34-yard line there. They gain 11 on that play, and the Titans have a first.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
Check, check.
Going to the ground again on first. That one good for a gain of 4. It's second down.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage, B, it sets up your play action, and C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Let's go. Ready, ready.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. So that's going to take us, Brock, to our 2-minute warning of this first half. More from Nissan Stadium coming up. Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45.
Here we go, check. 60.
That's complete, right side. Into the red zone. And he is finally sent out of bounds, but not until he gets it all the way down to the red zone. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that's good for a Tennessee first down.
Ready, ready.
From the red zone on first. They're setting up the screen. It's Pollard. And he's hit and sent out right along that line of scrimmage, so no gain on first down.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break off something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means third down coming up.
On the jump.
No gain on the play. Brings up third down and 9.
Panther 60. Panther 60.
Here he goes, third and long. On the move, headed right. It's going to be short of that goal line, Brock, but not of the marker. They've got a first and goal.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Check, Panther.
Pollard does not get in. His push is stopped just short of that goal line. Now we get a timeout taken by the Titans. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on first down. More to come.
And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Titans earn the chance to tie it before halftime. Trey Benson, the touchdown. Now a rushing score, a quarter for him in this opening half, Brock. Should be a pretty nice feeling in that locker room at halftime, knowing what he's already accomplished.
Kind of get the feeling this isn't the whole show, though, right? In his eyes, this is just the opening act. There's going to be a lot more to come when the curtain raises for the second half.
That one right down the middle. And the Titans make it 17-all. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Return coming from the 6. And he's brought down just inside the 25. LA offense all set. Here's first and 10.
Set. 380. Set.
They'll toss it to Hampton. Well, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. He fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Complete here to Hampton. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Completed over the middle. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. LA uses a timeout here. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. From the 40-yard line now, this is first and 10.
Set. 380.
Now Herbert to throw. Hits him on the out route. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
180.
On the play fake, it's Herbert. Going deep here for the end zone. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now.
And that is teaching tape right there, Kate, for why you never, ever give up on a play. Looked like a certain touchdown grab until he comes in and knocks the ball free right at the last moment.
No connection on the last play. Now it's third down.
Set.
He's back to throw. And he's going to try another deep one here. So the heave knocked away from the intended targets. That brings up fourth down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
Here's the final play of our first half. Looking to throw. And he's going to let this fly towards the end zone. And we all saw it. Flag came out just before that one fell incomplete. They may still get some big yards out of this one. Well, as we all know, halves can't end on a defensive penalty. So now we get an untimed down. The Chargers sending out Dicker the kicker to add 3 to the board. Angling this one in from the right hash, the challenge here. Dicker connects there. And they've taken back the lead. So a field goal game at the half. A good one so far, 2 quarters to go. Now let's check in with Scott Hansen. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
Our spin around the NFL starts now. In Indianapolis, the Colts at home to take on the Commanders. All right, Kate, thanks very much. Week 6 is here, starting to get a little bit of a sense who the contenders are and who the pretenders are. Let's hop in. And this is the Colts quarterback. He had a heck of a game. This, one of 2 touchdown passes. He also ran for a score. From there, it's up to Minneapolis. Let's look in on the Vikings. They're hosting the Green Bay Packers. And it's the former Michigan man, J.J. McCarthy. Well done here. It's a touchdown. This one's gone to halftime now, and it's the Vikings trying to avoid a 1-5 start. They have the lead here at the half. Lastly, got one more to show you here. And here's the Cowboys running back. He's going to find a crease and take it 13 yards to the end zone. The Cowboys looking to get back to 500 in the early part of the season. They've got the lead at the half. And time now for one more look at the rest of the scores from around the NFL. In the game you're watching, it's been tight throughout, a field goal separating these 2 sides through 2 quarters. As we hand it back over to the commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
First half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. Has this at the 6. Looks away from one. A pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Chargers and Omarion Hampton out there on offense once again. And you can see with the stats there, such a weapon for this offense to utilize week in and week out. LA bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. This is Hampton, right side. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. Finds him over the middle. Short gain in the end to about the 36-yard line. Sent down by Cody Barton.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Titans sending out some nickel coverage here. 3rd down.
Kappa. Ready.
Back to throw. Here's Herbert. Into the hands of Ganson. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. And it's a pickup of 4 yards. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. A tight end that moves the chains on third down, that's a QB's best friend.
First and 10. Here's Hampton. A solid block in there. Springs him for 8. It's going to be second down.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Again, it's Hampton. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's a play that won't pop on the stat sheet, but the players and coaches won't forget about it. I promise you that. Coaches will file that one away the next time they really need to pick up a few yards.
First down, and they go right back to it. He's got to gain a 6 there. Kalen Bullock up to make the stop.
The humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
A play fake. Now Herbert to throw. Completed to his running back. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another first and 10. Now an inside handoff to Harris. And he'll gain about 7 on this one as he gets him down into the red zone.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Trying to throw this from the gun. Finds the in route complete. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into first and goal.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Now run with Hampton. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
That sure looks like a terrific call after you dial it up because the execution was awesome by everybody. You get that kind of run on first and goal, it sets the table for more success.
He gets it again. And this defense standing tall. They keep him out of the end zone.
Okay, this is going to be a fascinating call because defensively, you've stopped the run twice now, and I think you believe on that side, well, they got to put it in the air. But this is also where the offense can say, we got 2 more shots. Let's continue to pound the football. Can't wait to watch this one.
Ray.
3rd and goal. Here's Herbert. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers grow the lead coming out of halftime. Loud McConkey with a touchdown. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yep.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
Dicker on now for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chargers make it a 10-point ball game. kicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Here's a return from the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Out come the Titans for another offensive possession. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
Ready.
Throwing now on first down. Ward. Knocked away, that's going to be incomplete. Defender there, that brings up second down. You never want to overlook those Mike backers when you're throwing short, Brock. So often it's those guys and not the corners or the safeties that are going to be the ones in there breaking those up.
Yeah, and so often these linebackers of today, these middle linebackers, are just oversized safeties. They can really run and play the ball as he just did.
You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play. Kate, as a quarterback, that is so rough. Incomplete, incomplete, incomplete. You're going to go to the sidelines, you're going to look at that tablet, and you're going to try to figure out, how in the heck do we turn this around?
And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Jim Harbaugh getting his Charger offense out there for another drive. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10.
Set. Delta. Set.
Here's Hampton to open the drive. Small gain there, maybe 3 if he's lucky to begin this drive.
That is simply a stay on schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6.
Set. 380. Go.
Throwing now, Herbert. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Set. Delta. Set. Set.
On 3rd down, Herbert. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. This is brought in at the 15. This is the type of performance a former quarterback, just like yourself, Brock, can marvel at. He's carried a great performance through much of this game. Even as the defense adjusted, tried to slow him down, none of it mattered.
I like the way you say that right there, Kate, because these moments the game does slow down. It is so fast on the field for the normal person, but when a QB's in a rhythm like this, the game is slow and he is dicing them.
Set. Kappa. What is it?
Hampton gets it out of his own read. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
Set. 380.
Here's Herbert. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. The Chargers make it a 16-point ball game. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position can be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
Dicker on now for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chargers take a 3-possession lead. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Return coming from the 6. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. So now here comes the Titans on offense. And what's really been simply stunning, Brock, is how far we've made it into the game, and their passing game, it is still grounded.
Yeah, so as they're sitting here losing right now, what I hear you saying, Kate, is it's time for this offense to take flight?
First down throw here for Ward. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Check that.
That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
That's what I call complementary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down.
Come on, set.
Out of the shotgun, it's Ward. The third down throw falls incomplete.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to third and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable and an incomplete.
Here comes the Titans punting unit. He's got this at the 27. And he's going to get a modest amount on that return before he ends up out of bounds. Possession switching back to the LA offense as they head out. They are in great shape here as we wind down this third quarter. They've got a 3-score lead. Another, that could put this just too far out of reach. To the line on 1st and 10. Chargers beneficiaries of some good field position.
Set. 380. Run. Set.
Hampton now up the middle. Here he goes again. And he is down all the way to that 15-yard line.
Anytime you get that chunk of yards, gosh, you could just feel it in the stadium. It just changes the whole complexion of the drive. They're now set up beautifully in enemy territory to end this series with points.
And the Chargers first down.
Into the red zone after that big pickup. It's 1st and 10 from the 15.
Set. 380. Run. Set.
Back to Hampton. That is exactly why you rally to the football. He got through one tackle, but the next guy gets him for a loss. So we're through 3 here. It's the Chargers with the football and a comfortable lead as they try to finish off this win. They break the huddle. It's 2nd down now.
Set. Black 80. Black. Ready.
Hampton gets it from the pistol. Finds a small seam. That's good for 5. Make it 3rd down.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football and defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to, and keep them from piling on those yards.
They'll throw 3rd and long. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And they're up against it. 4th down coming up. Dicker connects there, and that extends the lead to 20.
Get another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Fielded at the 7. Coverage team gets him down to the 26-yard line. So the Tennessee offense headed out for another series. And scoring hasn't been the issue for him, Brock, but it has been impossible to hold pace with the offense on the other side of this football field.
And we know they can't get this all back in one play, but they better do it with a sense of urgency.
Titans to the line now. 1st and 10.
Ringo!
Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Here we go, shot! Shut up!
Running back sent in motion.
Tap to 60.
From the gun, it's Ward. Snared by the running back. Here's Trey Benson. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
1st and 10 here. Ward. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Hits him on the in route. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. First down from the 42. They get to Pollard from the gun. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap now to Ward. Defender's there, and he forces the incompletion. Good play to bring about this 3rd down.
Kate, what I love about that play, everybody can see the pass breakup, the knock away. You can see the result. What you don't see are the fundamentals. The corner's job of mirroring that route, being stride for stride, and then having the great anticipation and timing to knock it away.
Has a man downfield. This is Washington. And they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal here from the 7.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans get it back to within 2 possessions. It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with, right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they can be a difference maker, he'll look for them.
That one splits the uprights, and the Titans drop the lead back to 13. Taylor has it on the tee and is ready to send in flight. Has this at the 6. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. Jim Harbaugh getting his Charger offense out there for another drive. Well, we came into this one knowing that these guys were going to run the football, and I don't think anyone is surprised that they've leaned on that again this week, Brock, and the results speak for themselves.
Good numbers when they've run it, including on that last drive, and this is a lead built in part on that rugged running game and effort.
Hampton gets the handoff. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Black 80, black. What is it?
Herbert now off the play fake. Caught by the tight end, running that corner. And in a blink, they are off to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. Give him 24 on that play. And that's going to give the Chargers the first down.
24-yard gain on the play. First down, Los
Set.
Angeles.
Ready, run. Go.
Shotgun give to Hampton. Rolling into enemy territory. And he comes through big here. 9 yards. It's second down.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. You feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open and deliver a little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
Set.
It's Hampton on second. And they're going to stop him after he gets this to the 26. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
Offense is set. First and 10.
Ready. Ready, run. Run.
Running it with Hampton. And they finally stop him, but not before he picked up 7 on that first down run.
That's what I call a rhythm starter right there. The offenses love execution and plays like that on first down, Kate, because now that playbook is wide open. All options on the table for second down.
Set. Ready, run.
Now inside give to Hampton. Ooh, they're on that one. Second down's going to end up in a loss of yards. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
To the air on 3rd and long. That one's good to McConkey. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Set. Ready, run. Set.
Going right this time with Hampton. And they'll stop him after a short gain to the 13. Now we get a timeout taken by the Titans. That's their first. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down.
Ready, run. Wide 80. Ready.
On the carry, it's Hampton. Let's call that a solid run there, partner. He got about 6. It's going to be 3rd down. Tennessee calling its second timeout now. And with another one gone, they're going to have just 1 remaining this game.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
A 3rd down give to Hampton. And he runs this one in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers have likely locked up the win right there.
Let's see, Kate, I think in bowling, you get 3 strikes, that's a turkey. You know, in hockey or soccer, you score 3 goals, that's a hat trick. What are we going to call this other than simply splendid?
Here's Herbert leading them to the line, going for 2.
Set. Ready, run. Kappa. Go.
All right, they're going to throw for it. And that one's caught. Add a couple more on to this massive, some might say insurmountable lead here in the fourth. Oh, it's a favorite of NFL teams and armchair quarterbacks alike, partner. The quick slant. It is so tough to defend that close to the goal line, and this time, it works for two.
It sure is. It's one of those plays that I think Bart Starr was running in the 60s, that slant route.
Whoa.
When you incorporate it with the threat of a fade as well, that's when it becomes so effective. But you get inside that DB, you show the quarterback your numbers, and it's almost automatic for a two-point conversion.
Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Here's a return from the 7. He stopped on the run back at the 27. The Titans to Trey Benson back out on offense. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around.
Ready, ready.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
Hey. 19, Tiger, 19.
Ward's gonna throw it. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Benjamin St. Juice picks it off. And the Chargers take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
I'll hear a lot of defensive coordinators say you've got to earn the right to rush the passer by doing work on the early downs. You know what this is, Kate? They've earned the right to be aggressive defensively with the work they did through 3 quarters, and this defense is cutting it loose.
Out comes the offense now for the Chargers. And I'm pretty sure, Brock, they hadn't even all sat down on that sideline yet to rest. And now they're right back out there with a great chance to repeat their last touchdown.
And you will take that every day of the week and twice on Sundays. You don't mind at all. You got that defense right now reeling after the touchdown. Look at where they start with the football now.
Ready.
This is Hampton. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
Well, now this defense is in the driver's seat, Kate, right? When you make a stop like that on first down, now it's your discretion of just how aggressive you want to be following that play up.
That's the 2-minute warning here in Nashville. Chargers close to picking up their 5th win. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Set. Black 80, black. Set.
They'll toss it to Hampton. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A gain of about 3, so a third of what they needed. 3rd and 6 coming up.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6.
Set. 380. Go. What is it?
They'll run now with Hampton. The stop is made, but not until he reaches that 17-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Ask for a little bit more on that one. That's that running back to come up with more than he's used to on 3rd down. And he made it look like just another day at the office. I wouldn't expect every conversion to go as smoothly. He sure made that one look routine.
Set.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down.
Set.
Line up the design keeper. So the Chargers take this one on the road. Man, they were facing a top-5 defense this week, Brock, but they made them look anything but. What a great performance to get this win.
Yeah, you could come in, Kate, with this awe and mystique of, gosh, we're facing one of the best defenses in the league, but as soon as you get those first points, you realize, you know what? They're mortal just like the rest of us, and they took the fight right to them.
So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner, Brock Heward, and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Chargers as we say goodbye from Nashville.